Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all something for real. Since I'm by myself, I'm finna get my purse and go over to the stores over there. So when we got ready to leave yesterday, my camera is kind of messed. Hold on, guys. Well, I'll just till I get to the room and then when I turn it back on, I'll cleanse the lens. I got all kinds of stuff on. But when I got ready to go, my husband yelled out the door. He was like, "Gun!" And I was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Gun!" And I was like, "No, I don't got it. I left it on uh, my side of the bed." Cause I usually don't take it. I have a concealed carry, and I usually don't take it when it's just if I don't know. I just usually don't take it. Like if we all going as a family, I'll take it. But so I was like, he was like, "Get the gun," and I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "In case something, it's y'all this time. It's just y'all, and y'all going a long way. So get the gun." And he said, like I'm dumb. If you get stopped, he said, don't be speeding because the last trip I went on, I got stopped. But the man, the police officer that stopped us, his last name was Davis. And so when he came up and we didn't hear him say, like, my name is Lieutenant Davis. We just heard Davis and we all looked around and we was like, I ain't know our last name. And so um, we looked at his badge and it was Davis and he was like, where are you going? And I was like, my daughter is playing in Fayetteville, which was like 12 miles. And I was like, I'm just trying to get her there so she won't miss her game. And he said, he said, Miss Davis, you're gonna have to slow down. He said, you're going, I don't know, it's somewhere between 80 and 90, which I was going faster than that. The only thing he couldn't get me because I didn't hit my brakes. I just coasted down and kept on coasting until I got slow enough to where I could pull over to the side of the road. And he was like, so give me your driver's license and your insurance card. Well, I drove the husband's vehicle, and he I didn't know he had put his stuff over to somebody, so I just grabbed the first insurance card that I saw, and he came back. He said, Miss Davis, I'm gonna let you go. He said, but I'm gonna have to give you he said, I'm gonna give you a citation for no insurance. I said, no, 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 no. I said, I can't come way back up here to Fayetteville to for no ticket. I said, hold on. I said, I promise you we got insurance. He said, well, it's not pulling up in my computer. I said, hold on. I promise you. I promise you. And something said, look up above. They look up on the sun visor. So I looked up on the sun visor in the passenger seat above that one. And it was right there. And he was like, okay. He said, so I'm going to go ahead and tear this up. He said, but you got to slow down. He said, I want you to get to your daughter's game safe. And I was like, okay. So I was like, thank you, Jesus, and thank you, Mr. Davis. I said, because my husband would have killed me. And he was like, yeah, I understand. So when I got ready to leave yesterday, he was like, gun. And I was like, huh, what are you talking about? And he was like, get the gun. And then I was like, okay. So he was like trying to explain the gun to me, When you put this clip in there, the gun is he said, it's already going to be in the chamber. All you have to do is pull back. And I was like, duh. Like, this gun don't have a safety. And I said, well, you know what? I ain't planning on using the gun. I said, because God got us, we covered it, the blood, And he was like, yeah, I know that. But just in case something happened, that's the way you do it. And I was like, I know that. But he thinks he got to explain stuff to me 1,000 times over, 1,000 times over. So, he's like, get the gun and don't be speeding. And if the police stop you, you tell them you got a gun in the car. I was like, I know all of that already. I said, you don't have to act like I'm your child. I know. And he was like, I'm just making sure so you don't forget, because I'm also forgetting something. So I thought that was so funny when he was like, gun. And I was like, huh? He was like, gun. And I was like, because we was running late, so I was just trying to hurry and get on the road so I could get through the major parts before it got dark, because I'm night blind. And if a car lights hit me in the eye, I cannot see anything, even with my glasses on. So, yeah, I thought that was like so caring and really funny, but it was like really caring. And he don't show emotions too much. You know how men are. So, yeah, that was my little funny story I wanted to tell y'all. But today has been so tiresome, guys. With being having a illness and driving, I used to could drive. I drove when my sister had first got cancer and our cousin had died, and she helped my niece so much when she came to Arkansas that my sister wanted to go to her funeral. But my sister was still doing treatments, and so we had to try to figure it out. And I didn't want her driving, being sick and stuff, and going. And she had just took treatments like a couple of days before we went. But my sister, hold on, I gotta clean this thing. Hold on. Y'all just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to clean up in a minute. Okay. So it's still ain't clean. So my sister was doing treatments, right? And I'm trying to get some of this glare. And so I didn't want her driving, and then I didn't have cancer, and so I drove. I drove from Arkansas to California. I didn't stop. I didn't stop until I got almost to California, and I got sleepy, and we pulled in the rest area, and I tried to go to sleep, but me, oh me, I am so cautious about stuff. I didn't go to sleep, and my sister was trying to stay up with me, so I went on and pulled over to let her sleep. So when you're driving, you don't want nobody sleeping, because then that'll make you sleepy. So I pulled over, and I got out and went and got some coffee. It was me, my sister, and my daughter, my oldest daughter. That was her first time ever to California, so she was excited. And they both were sleepy, so I drove all the way there by myself. And on the way back, my daughter's friend was visiting her daddy there. So she came back with us, and then I got the rest on the way back because she did some of the driving. But you know how you be when other people drive your car and then you ain't used to they driving. I'm just like not used to people driving my car. And I had just got my car. I had got an Explorer. And no, I didn't. I take that back. I had just got a Durango. We still got every car we done bought. So we had got the Durango, and so I let her drive a little bit, and we didn't do much to like actually be tired or anything. We got there, went to my cousin's house, um, got up the next day, went to the funeral. Then we went on visiting everybody, or everybody came over there visiting us, and we stayed a day. Yeah, we stayed. We had a funeral that Saturday, and that Saturday night, and I know I was old because my cousin was like, Dana, get up, we're gonna go to the club. The club was just like right through there by their house, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going. They came. They were like, you're not dressed. I was like, mm-mm. My sister was sick, and she wasn't going, and I wasn't gonna go to leave her there. And my daughter didn't want to go, and it's California. And the last time I went to that club when another one of my cousins got killed on the bus, I went to that club, and when I came out of that club, it was 3 people shot. So I knew I wasn't going. I might not have been that lucky this time. So, and this is before I had cancer. I knew the Lord, but I wasn't like committed and had a one-on-one with him. So I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna go to the club. I was like, y'all can